Welcome to the Dunkin Donuts Music Lounge. We've got some special friends with us on this this rainy. Is it raining out? I don't even know if it's raining outside. It's beautiful. Oh, I've been inside all day. This is 21 Pilots. Give them a round for. And we also have the world watching right now, and you can ask us a question via Twitter. It's just hashtag DDML. So if you have a question for 21 Pilots, then yeah, just hashtag that and we'll ask it later on. What we're going to do is we're going to intro these guys. They're going to do a performance, and then we're going to ask some questions from you guys, the audience, because you guys gave us some good questions. Another song, and then some Twitter questions, if that's cool with you guys. Yeah. Okay, so if you guys want to introduce yourselves.
I'm Josh.
I'm Tyler.
And you are?
And we are 21 Pilots.
Okay, sorry about that. So you guys are from Columbus, Ohio. We were just talking about that. And
yes.
Do you want to shout out to your Columbus fans, even though your choice of clothing?
I'm accidentally wearing a Minnesota Gopher shirt, so I apologize.
I'm accidentally wearing these ridiculous One Direction glasses. So.
Totally by accident.
Yeah, we won't judge each other.
Yeah, accidentally, like, how did I get on there?
I don't know. I can't see without them. No, they're not prescription. Okay, so you guys play South by Southwest. Obviously, that must have been a huge, huge thing for you guys. What was that whole entire experience like?
It was cool. It was our first time ever playing that festival, and so I never really knew what to expect. But it was kind of like it was just kind of like a crazy, chaotic blender of music and art, and there's video stuff too that's really cool. And so we were there for 3 days, I think, and it was cool to be a part of all that stuff that was going on.
Nice. And like, where did you guys perform? Like, was there a certain stage you performed at, or was there a certain venue that you performed at?
We actually played 4 times in 3 days,
oh, wow.
Which was cool. But my whole thing with South by Southwest is that there were years leading up to this year that I had personally applied to be a part of South by Southwest, but nothing really had happened with us yet. Like we haven't gotten signed. We haven't been, Anyway, I got ignored. And basically, like, they tried to sell me tickets to go as like a fan, which I'm not opposed to, but it was just kind of like rubbing it in.
Oh, so like, yeah, you can come and watch.
Yeah,
or,
right. Yeah, you
okay.
can be like in front of the stage, watching other people on stage if you want. And so for me, it was like a little bit of like now we're cool to come to the festival, but no, it turned out to be a great performance.
Definitely all worked out for you guys. I mean, you're on One Event TV's Artist to Watch 2013. That's a big achievement. Do you guys still watch MTV at all, or?
I barely watch TV at all. So if I say no, I don't want to make it sound like I exclude MTV, but I barely turn on the TV. But I do remember when I was younger, discovering a lot of music on, through MTV and like turning it on and just being like, I like this band, and it's all sorts of good music and stuff. And so now it's really cool to maybe be that band that somebody else discovers through that. So I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. That was one of the things that we played at South by Southwest was their Woody Awards thing. So it was, I think it's always cool to have support of a big TV network like that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, they founded Bivis and Butthead. What's not to like about MTV, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's why we work with them.
I know. I understand. Yeah. Band name meeting. Let's get that out of the way. 21 Pilots.
21 Pilots. I was studying a play in college. And the play was called All My Sons by Arthur Miller. And just to give you a rundown of what that play was about real quick, the main character was creating airplane parts for the current war. He found out that those parts were faulty, so he had a decision to make. Do I send the parts out or do I recall the parts? So he had all these justifications of why he should send them out, because he needed to make money to feed his family, he needed to uphold his name in the industry, all these things. He ends up sending the parts out, and 21 pilots died because he did. His son was a pilot in the war and ended up dying. There was no way to correlate the two stories, but when his daughter found out that he had sent those parts out, she ultimately blamed him for her brother's death. So at the end of the play, he ends up actually just offing himself, and that's how the play ends. But how we kind of apply that to our lives as individuals and as a band is that there's constantly decisions coming our way. There's the right decision, the wrong decision. A lot of times, the right decision takes more time. It requires more energy, and it takes a while for you to maybe see some, I don't know, what people in the industry like to work towards, fortune and fame and stuff. And I'd like to think that we took a route that was a little more honorable.
That was deep.
Sorry.
That was the answer, the exact answer I was looking for. Okay, favorite movie?
Fight Club.
of all time.
I think Fight Club is my favorite movie.
Man, how can I say like my favorite movie?
You gotta pick one. There's gotta be one that you.
No, I know, but like after that really deep, like intimate
Dumb and Dumber. It's
moment
Dumb and
where I
Dumber.
explain my band name, then it's Dumb and Dumber for sure.
Is it?
Absolutely. You want to go back and forth?
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we could go back and
I
forth.
want to go someplace where I know someone who can plug us into other social pipelines.
Such line, love it. Okay, we can seriously do Dumb and Dumber quotes all day. Favorite Kardashian? Do you have one?
Um.
Alright, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
If you could be a Kardashian, which one would you be? Do you know the Kardashians?
I know the three Kardashians. But
Okay.
I'm gonna try to like think a little outside the box.
Yeah, do
So
it.
the dad's last name is not Kardashian. Right?
Correct. That would be Jenner. So I'll put it this way: favorite Kardashian or Jenner?
I'll go with the dad. He looks kind of weird looking.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good.
I don't know anything about that.
Kim. Should we pick Kim for him? No. Nah.
He doesn't strike me as a Kim
No.
kind of guy.
Okay. Well, I'd be Kim.
You know what?
I love
I'm going
Kanye.
Chloe.
Okay, so then Kim would be yours. There you go. If you like Kanye, then Kim's right up your alley.
In a weird, twisted way.
Yeah.
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 Very awkward way of connecting them.
That is
Pretty
true.
twisted.
Yeah. Do you guys have a signature dance move you go to? Like in the club, or maybe just dancing like right now, for example?
You know, I went to a club once,
Okay.
and I couldn't help myself from laughing the entire time.
What was so funny? Just the
It
overall
was
experience?
it was like they were really serious. Like, this is my club time, and I'm in a club right now.
Yes.
Even if you get in the way, like if you want to be a part of the, and it's funny. Like, dudes would sit on the side of the club, and they would see a girl, and they kind of like walk up to them and like lead with their pelvis. And
Yeah. Oh yeah. We call that the D&D sandwich in these neck of the woods. I'll explain that later.
Yeah, we'll talk.
We'll talk about that later. Favorite airport snack? If you could just grab a bag of something, it would be.
It's usually Mentos. Boring.
Oh, minty fresh. Love it. Chewy. Okay. Yeah.
Oh man, I try not to. Do you guys say soda or pop here?
Soda.
Soda.
Yeah. Sorry. Come on. Who says pop?
A lot of people.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Like in America?
No, specifically like Pakistan. No, my favorite. I don't usually drink soda, but when I fly, I always like to have a ginger ale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you order just.
Even though I'm like sitting in between like two huge people in a really like bad part of the airplane.
Yeah.
I like to think that like, oh, it's my ginger ale. I grew up not really flying very much, so.
You should get crazy. I do not do.
Oh,
Yeah, it's crazy talk. I know we're all gonna die now. Okay, if you guys would like to sing us a song, guys, you guys are ready for 21 Pilots to sing you a song, right?
Yeah.
You guys ready? All right, let's do it. 21 Pilots.
So this is a small guitar.
This is a piece of wood.
What does a kitchen sink mean to you? This is from an audience member. Her name is Alyssa, or hers, right? Obviously.
You never know these days.
You never know. Yeah. So what does a kitchen sink mean to you?
with the U. Okay, just to bring everyone in. There was a song that I wrote. It's on a demo type thing that it's out there somewhere online. However, the kids are getting music these days. And it's called Kitchen Sink, and there's a line that says, "A kitchen sink to you is not a kitchen sink to me." Now this is deep. Ready? This is to sandwich my Dumb and Dumber answer that I had earlier. I feel like our generation of people, we struggle with some things. We struggle with a lot of suicide and depression. And not that I claim to be any sort of professional opinion on those topics. But what I found out is those two issues are really centered around the idea of purpose. What's the purpose? Like, what's the point? We have a lot of questions, big questions, right? And we don't have the answers to those questions. And that can really discourage us as young kids that are wanting answers to questions. So I found out, it's like, well, how can I create purpose for myself? Because I feel like if I had purpose, I'd be able to conquer these two things. And I found through art that you can create the beginning of purpose for you. Not all of purpose, because that's just such a huge thing. But the beginning of purpose can be found by creating something that only you understand. For example, in your darkest hour, when you're trying to figure out whether or not it's worth it to stay alive or just to give up, if you have something that you've created and you know that you're the only person on this earth that can explain that thing, then that can be the thing that you hold on to, and that can be the thing that can help you get through that moment of your darkest hour, I like to call it. So for me, something happened to me at a kitchen sink that was it was awesome, it was good, it was emotional, it was great. But the point is, I used that moment to help me get through my tough times, because the point is, I'm not going to tell you what happened at that kitchen sink. A kitchen sink to you is not a kitchen sink to me, because I like to use that moment as, you know what, if I explain what exactly happened here, then everyone knows, and then it kind of loses its ability to help me justify staying around. So you don't know what a kitchen sink is to me, but it has to do with purpose, and it helps me.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry.
You guys got that? Lissa, you got that? Where are you at? There she is. Head down. Awesome. Okay, if you could go on tour with any band or musician, who would you choose? And follow-up question, would you take me with you, winky face? So.
21 Pilots, I think.
Yeah, I'd probably go with them. No,
Yeah.
I think that if you want to, because she winked, probably not.
No, probably.
I mean,
Were you looking for more like a straight up smile face?
yeah,
frown?
like smile's
What
all
were you
right.
looking for?
Smile's like, we could be friends. Winky's like, you just got
I'm
other
sorry.
motives, you know?
It is a smile. That's
Then let's
my
go.
That's okay. What's on that 1 in a million talk?
I think that I would like to go on the road with Celine Dion's band.
Right, not her though, just
Not
the
her.
band.
Like, her band is
she has
awesome.
an amazing band.
Yeah.
I think they're available, like right now. So you probably could.
Looking to booking that.
Yeah, let's
Favorite
get that.
Celine Dion song of all time?
I mean,
It's not about her. It's about
Yeah,
her band.
it's-
The
Sorry.
thing is that they can do anything.
That's a dumb question.
play any song, and
It's a really dumb
It's
question.
just as good as any original song.
Yeah, mine's My Heart Will Go On. Who's your
No way.
favorite fueled by ramen band, past or present?
Oh
man.
wow.
Metallica was never on Fueled by Ramen, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Want to pretend?
Yeah, let's pretend that Metallica is currently on Fueled by Ramen, and we'll go with them.
Well, no, they're just picking one band off from our label. It means excluding so many friends of ours. Everybody. So.
It's hard to choose.
So I'd have to go with Paramore.
It's so hard to choose.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
narrow it down to one. Do you like CT? That's Connecticut.
Oh yeah, I do like Connecticut. It's very nice. I don't know what to.
I mean, you guys are like hanging out here all day and all night, right?
All day and all night.
Yeah.
We're gonna go clubbing.
There's a club. There's a club. I can show you around.
This is what you have to do when you want to go clubbing. You go clubbing.
Sandwich? I'll show. I'm telling you. Josh, what would your dream kit setup be?
Oh, like drums?
Must be drums, right? Yeah.
Next question.
Yep. That's from Colin.
Oh, I think I'm playing it right now. This piece of wood. No, it's I don't know. I like the drums that I have now on the road. I play. It's a company called SJC Drums, and they're oh nice. They're like they do custom stuff, and so I'm like trying to think of like what I want to do like next. I want to do something like really weird and crazy, but I guess that dream hasn't totally arrived yet. But I like what I'm playing now, so I don't know.
Cool. What's your favorite memory from touring? Or non-memory?
Memory.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite memory?
Yeah, memory.
Memory.
Well, how about this? Let's rephrase that. What's the craziest thing that's happened to you guys?
Craziest thing ever.
Yeah, let's just
Craziest
ever. With like 4 R's.
Forever.
Sandlot?
Sorry.
Okay.
Is anything hitting you?
Yeah, I got a good one. I think. Do you care if I just like hold this for a second? I just feel weird like leaning in and like talking. Like,
I kind of feel. I feel like we
I
should.
mean, we could still do that.
wanna-
You guys. Wait, well, let me just come over here too. We'll all just kind of do this.
This is awkward.
You guys smoking?
Go with it.
There was a time where it was like one of our first like tours. We didn't even really call it a tour because it's just like, are we really doing that? And we're getting in like a SUV and driving around and playing shows. But, we had a friend booking these shows for us, and he did a good job, but he wasn't that's not what he.
The tours suck.
It sucked. We were going to play a show, I think in New York, somewhere in New York, and we got a phone call from the promoter of the show, and he said, well, the shows, we can't do it. The venue burned down. We're like, oh, well, that sucks. That's a bummer.
I just can't argue with that.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can really do.
And we'll do it anyway.
Hey, can we get like a speaker and we'll just play on the ashes? But so then I guess we called the owner of the place. It wasn't the promoter, and we're just like, hey, yeah. So we heard the venue burnt down. He's like, don't know what you're talking about. I'm sitting in the office right now. Like, well, the promoter said it burnt down. He's like, what? I don't know. And then we're just like, well, so is the show still on? What show? I don't know what show you're talking about. 21 Pilots? Never heard of them. And so I think it was kind of like, that was kind of like a moment for us where we're just like, all right, well.
So now anytime we want to get out of something, it burned down.
Yeah.
So
Mom tells me to clean. Sorry, your kitchen burnt down.
Sorry, Mom.
How about your favorite tour location so far and why? That's from Ashley and Jeff.
Favorite tour location?
Yeah.
You can hold this again.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you guys are so nice.
I know. Sharing's caring.
Gosh, it'd be just super hipster to just name something really like obscure. Like, you've never heard of this place, but it's awesome. But so I'm actually gonna do that. Well, you may have heard this, but Seoul, Korea is like one of our favorite.
I've never heard of that place.
What? But it's in Korea. It's called Seoul. Just to fill you in, all the other people who don't know what it's like to travel. I hate like trying to like place drop. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I travel now. Because I grew up never really traveling much, not really even knowing how an airplane worked. And now that we've been doing this band thing, I feel like I've gotten a lot in. So Seoul, Korea is a really cool place. A lot of cool food.
It's far away.
Yeah.
What was the best thing about it? Just the food?
Probably the clubs.
Mostly the clubs.
Yeah.
But it's amazing food. The people are really nice. People in America suck sometimes. People are mean, but they're really nice and really accepting. Like, I mean, you expect to go to somewhere where they don't speak your language and they're like, can't help you, because we do that. But they'll stand there for 45 minutes and try and help you get Tylenol if you need Tylenol.
Yeah.
Try to figure out what you're saying. And also their clothing over there is really cool too. I like everything about it.
Cool. Seoul, Korea. You know what I love about Twitter is like it's there forever.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys tweet things, we can like talk about it and ask you questions about them. So
Oh gosh.
here we go. Who is a bigger Taylor Swift fan in the building right now?
I've seen her live. Have you seen her live?
Well, I've purchased her albums.
That's true. He purchased her albums. I've seen her live. I don't know.
When did you pay for the ticket?
I did not.
Bigger fan. Bigger fan
So
right
Josh
here. He
gets the
paid.
bigger fan.
Josh is the bigger fan. Yes.
1-0.
Should I be proud of that? Or
Yes,
should I
absolutely.
celebrate that?
I'm feeling 22. Build a beard workshop. What's that all about?
Oh, that was an idea that I came up with, I think.
Beard, not bear. Beard.
Yeah, it was cool because like I've always like just really envied people with great beards, and I don't really grow it too well right here. And so I figure if there's a place where you can go, where you like hit a button on with your foot, and then that kind of like creates an awesome beard for you, and then you like take a heart and kiss it and put it in the beard, and then it's just yours to cuddle with. I don't know.
It makes complete sense. Let's see.
We're really not tapping into your creativity as a drummer.
Love it. Taco Bell. What's up with their quesadillas?
Oh yeah, I recently.
I mean, this is like almost like a PSA.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No.
So-
What happened was I ordered Taco Bell, which I've done many times, and if you get the quesadillas, you pull them out of the little slip thing, and you like pull it out, and you try to. It's supposed to come in 4 pieces, and you're always trying to tear it up, and it's like, who cut this? Like a miniature weak man? Like, I don't know. No offense if you're a miniature weak man in the audience, but no, I saw it for the first time. Why it's never cut right, and it's because they put it in the wrapper first, and then this girl just kind of goes up with this little slicer thing, goes over top of the wrapper, and that really made me mad. So.
Is that your go-to, the quesadilla at Taco Bell?
I don't know. I have like
Mix
a
it up.
love-hate with the quesadilla. I feel like
Yeah.
it's one of the more inconsistent items at Taco Bell, but
Right.
But when it's a good quesadilla, it's a good quesadilla.
Yeah. Thirsty for knowledge. I mean Coca-Cola Classic. Autocorrect. What happened there?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. My phone was really weird that day, but I'm always really craving the Coca-Cola Classic. It's really weird to be talking about Twitter right now because I feel like that's a totally different like universe. And when that collides with real life and you're talking about it, you're just like, man, my thoughts are stupid.
Yeah, no. When someone goes like, "I saw what you tweeted today," I'm just like,
Sometimes I feel like Twitter should give you, or even iPhone should give you that like 3-time rule where they ask you, "Are you sure this is what you want to be saying right now?"
Yeah, no,
or like on your iPhone, you know, when it draws it out like the little bubble there, like it's almost sent. There should definitely be like an X to like last second, you know, like the big red button. That's just me. I don't know what I'm talking about. But you guys are gonna perform one more song for us, I believe.
Yep, one more.
And what's the song?
The song is called "Holding On to You."
And this would be the single, correct?
This would be the single.
Awesome.
Which means it's the best song we have.
Ever. Here we go.